Sup guys, it's TheYetiNinja here. I'm here to bring you your 12th or 13th tutorial. I'm not sure if I remember, sorry about that. But in this tutorial I actually want to clarify some things up. I made several mistakes in my previous tutorial, such as the guy drops lava, and our mob drops lava. I made a few mistakes, so what I want to do is I want to clarify some things up. So, what I've done is I've made a new class, okay, with a mod, and it extends base mod. And all I've simply done is I've put in the 4 or 5 lines of code which you need just to spawn the mob. This is because our previous class was getting a bit packed up. It was becoming a little hard to sort of like keep track of everything. So I was thinking, okay, I'll make a new class for you guys. And yes, you can have several mod underscores. If you really want to keep yourself organized, you can do that. So what I want to do is over here, I said return item dot apple red dot icon index. Okay, that is wrong, guys. I'm so sorry. It's meant to be shifted index. Now that was one of my first mistakes, and this is a request from someone. If you want your guy to be able to hold an item, you want to go public, I think it's int, get default held item, and then you just return whatever. No, okay. Right, this leads on to my next point. If you want to find a method which does something, okay, you can always just look. If you go into entity living, okay, and you just look here, here is one constructor, so you don't need to worry about any of those. If it's got the same name as the class, don't worry about it, forget about it. Here, protected void entity init, I don't know what that does. Protect public boolean, can entity be seen? This basically means can you see the entity? And the method is right there, so you can use it whenever you want to. Public string get entity texture, and this is the reason why our guy had a texture. He was given the default texture for a bipped model, and so he returned the texture, and the texture is obviously equal to mob character. So that is why we got our guy to have a different texture. Can be collided with, can be pushed, get eye height, get torque interval. Now what we want to look for is something which he uses to hold an item, and I think it's something like called get default or something. So if we go find, and it's not there. So if we get held item, there we go. And it's an item stack. So all we want to do is we want to go command copy, and it's in entity living. So what we can do is because we extend it, we can override this method. Usually it returns null. Well, we can say we want to override that. So we are going to say return, and we go item dot, you can say he holds a bone, and you go dot shifted index instead of icon index. And you just got to look for all these little things, all these methods here. You can use any one of them, and it's the same for a block. If you go into block.java, you have your constructor, so don't worry, has the same name as the class, so don't worry about it. Yeah, initialize block, protector block, set light value, set resistance. This is where we get all our other methods, set hardness. As set block bounds, that's basically like a flower. The block bounds is less than 1 by 1 by 1. It's like 4 by 2 by whatever. Yeah. Should side be rendered? I think this is like I'm not sure what that is. So there's lots of other stuff on block destroyed by player. So when the player destroys it, notches use these already made methods, and you can just reuse them. This is why Minecraft is so easy to mod, because you have all these pre-made methods which you can just use, and you know, which aren't actually in the game yet. And we're getting a yes, right. So we're getting an error here. Let's continue with the get held item. Sorry, that is wrong. What you want to do is you actually want to create an item stack object. So you want to type in here, you want to go public item stack, because it's an item stack object. And you just want to say items, you can say default held item or something. And you can say it's equal to a public item stack. It's equal to item dot bone dot shifted index. I think that's right. It could be wrong. Yeah, that's wrong. Now, okay, so actually this could lead on to something else. If you don't know what something is, you can just look at Notch's code. What other entities can hold an item? Well, we know pigmen hold a gold sword. So if we go in entity pigmen, or entity pigman, or pig zombie, we can just look there and find out. And it says get held return default held item. And it's a final item stack, and you just copy this code. So private static final item stack, default held item is equal to new item stack. I'll go through all these now. So default held item is equal to a new item stack. So a new item stack object. If you know Java, you should understand what that is. And it's saying, okay, he has a gold sword and he has one of them. And this is the integer. And all you want to do here is you want to return default held item. So what Minecraft will do is, okay, what is his default held item? His default held item is this int right here, is this item stack object right here. What is this object equal to? It's equal to a new item stack, okay? And what is this new item stack equal to? Well, it has two arguments. It has the item that it holds and how much. And it says item.sword gold and 1. So if we want to change that, I wanted to change it to a bone, you can do that. And there we go. So we've now got our guy a held item. And you just look for all these classes. And it sometimes can be quite hard because sometimes you'll have like function underscore whatever. Basically what those are Notch doesn't want you to use those methods. He doesn't want you to mess with like the camera rendering or something. He doesn't want you to mess with those methods simply because it's unique, and he just doesn't want you to in general. So there we go. It's shifted index. Just look for the methods, and there's how you add your own default held item. So now if we want to, we can test it out and we can make sure that he's working the way we want him to. So we start that up and we go single player, and we can actually go on this old world which already has mobs. Now remember how he used to drop this lava? Well, now he's holding a bone. We know why he has a skin, and if we hit him, he drops a red apple, and then you can eat it. Nom, nom, nom. Die piggy. 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 Nom nom nom. Okay. And so there we go, guys. There's your quick tutorial on just fixing up a few things I made, and a request which someone asked for. So thank you guys for watching. In the next tutorial I'll be going on to render or model. I don't know which one, but thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.